Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you again for joining us at our new time, 1 o'clock. We're looking forward to having you guys join us every week. If you have any questions or concerns while I'm going along, maybe the sound's going in and out, whatever, please be sure to let me know either via chat or call the office, okay? I'm going to go ahead and mute all your lines if you're on the phone. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. It is 1 o'clock. This is your weekly weather briefing, today being February 15th. Some of the highlights that we'll be talking about are the recent rainfall that we've had. Fortunately, it has been able to improve the drought conditions across the area. Unfortunately, the wet and active period is expected to persist through the next week. We are expecting the cloudy and wet conditions to continue through the weekend. And right now, no thunderstorms expected this weekend, but it is possible we could see some as a front approaches midweek next week. But throughout the period, we are expecting above normal temperatures. It looks like maybe tomorrow might be the warmest of the days. This is our 7-day rainfall totals that we've seen over, again, the last 7 days. But you can see that, fortunately, the areas that we had in drought, portions of west central Georgia and then up in the northwest, saw a good amount of rainfall with this persistent wet period that we've had. You know, we're running anywhere in the 3 to 5 inch rainfall totals, even parts of the mountains. And even far southwest Georgia saw upwards of 5 inches. So this was good for drought recovery. It looks like we are at full pool for Lake Lanier, which hasn't happened since February 2016. So for those of you guys who utilize Lake Lanier for drinking water or whatever, you live in that area, that was really good news for us to have that improve so quickly. Now, if you look at this as a percent of normal type criteria that we would normally, or the rainfall that we would see over a 7-day period, you can see we are running well above normal for large portions of North Georgia and then the central Georgia area. Even with some reduced rainfall amounts over kind of the Athens area and other portions of eastern Georgia, they still are not in a drought and they're looking pretty good. So that was okay. Now, the new drought information statement was published today. Excuse me, the new drought monitor was published today. Our drought information statement will be coming out later this afternoon. You can see that there was at least a 1 category improvement across the state from last week, which is shown on the left. And it is looking like with this wet period persisting that we could see these conditions continue to improve as we continue through the next week or so. You know, to try and give you an idea, we're generally looking at 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall per week to be sort of at normal as we go through the spring, what we consider our recharge period. So as long as we're getting close to that every week, then we should be seeing some improvements. Now, this is today and into tonight's expected forecast rainfall. You can kind of see that there's some piddly showers, maybe some sprinkles here and there. On the whole, it's not advertising too much in the way of rainfall, but we are expecting these sort of dreary conditions to continue through the day today with that cloud cover. Now, as we move into tomorrow, this is the synoptic map for Friday, and it is showing that as we've got this front that approaches from the northwest, rain should continue over the area and kind of expand over the area tomorrow. As we get into Saturday, this is now valid Saturday morning through Sunday morning, that front sort of stalls across our area. And what we're going to see through the weekend is that front then lifts northward Sunday into Monday and sort of re-spreads that moisture back across the state. So we could see some lulls in activity. It's not going to be wet the entire time. It will kind of come and go. But as we sort of get into Sunday and into late Sunday night, Monday, we'll see this transition of the best rain chances be up across far north Georgia. So the weekend rainfall right now, this is what we're currently advertising for our rainfall estimates. It does look like that far north Georgia, unfortunately, you guys are still very wet from that recent rainfall, but North Georgia does look like maybe they could pick up another inch or so. This is a rainfall amounts that cover the whole weekend, so this isn't, you know, just 1 6-hour period or anything. So it should be, you know, again, we'll have those sort of waves of activity where it will die down a little bit. Now, further south, you're not going to be picking up much in the way of rainfall. It's just generally going to be cloudy, especially across middle Georgia. As I mentioned, our weekend temperatures are going to stay above normal. Again, tomorrow, which I don't have shown here, it does look like our temperatures will be the warmest. Most areas tomorrow will be in the 70s, but by Saturday and Sunday, with the influence of that precipitation and cloud cover, we will drop a few degrees. It is looking like most of North Georgia will be in the 60s, and then middle Georgia and southward will be in the 70s still for Saturday and Sunday. Now, as far as next week is concerned, our rain is going to continue through Monday and then sort of taper off Monday with, again, those higher chances Monday just being across far north Georgia. We have this bit of a lull period expected Monday afternoon through Tuesday, and then we've got this front that approaches Wednesday, and as that approaches through the day, that's where we're seeing our thunderstorm potential increase through the day Wednesday. Now, right now, this is the Weather Prediction Center's 7-day rainfall forecast, and you can see those purple colors in there, that 1.5 to 2 inch range, depending on which shade you're looking at. Again, those are basically the far north Georgia counties. This isn't too much additional beyond what we are expecting this weekend, but again, these are mainly going to be on Wednesday as that front moves through. You guys in sort of the South Metro down to middle Georgia area, it doesn't look like you're going to be picking up a lot in the way of rainfall through the next 7 days, but you will again see those kind of cloudy, dreary conditions continue. Now, as far as our high temperatures go, that warmer than normal trend continues. It looks like right now Monday's temperatures will be a little cooler than the next 2 days, but then we'll be in the 70s mostly across the state Tuesday and Wednesday. Our lows through the time frame vary between the 50s and potentially the lower 60s with that cloud cover hanging in place. So right now, sort of in summary, our drought is improving, thankfully, but we do still need those rainfall amounts, particularly over central Georgia, to be a little more steady if we're going to expect that to continue to improve. Our active weather pattern is expected to continue, but for now, at least the next 7 days, you know, we might be cloudy at best, otherwise rainy. We're not going to see a whole lot of sunshine except very brief peaks through the clouds. Thunderstorms are possible on Wednesday, and then those warmer than normal temperatures are continuing through the next 7 days. If you guys have not connected with us, either on the briefing page or social media, please do so. The slides are up on the briefing page already, so if you need these, they're there, and then the recording will also be available to you guys later. With that, I will go ahead and take questions if anybody has any.